My name is Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanata, but you probably know me better as Lady Gaga, the performer who's been on stages all over the world and beyond. I was born in 1986 in New York City, and from the very beginning, music was my heartbeat. My parents were my first fans, always encouraging me to follow my passions, even when those passions seemed a little, unconventional. Growing up in a Catholic household, I attended the Convent of the Sacred Heart, a school well known for its strict emphasis on academic excellence, moral values, and spiritual development. It was a place where I learned discipline and the value of hard work. But it was also where I began to realize that, I didn't quite fit in with the other girls. I was different. I dressed differently, thought differently, and dreamed bigger than anyone around me could understand. I was often teased and ridiculed for my quirky fashion sense.
Quirky refers to something that's a little unusual, different or unexpected, but in a way that's often interesting or fun. So when she says quirky fashion sense, it means she dressed in ways that were unique, maybe even a bit strange to other people. But it was a part of her individuality, something that made her stand out and express her true self.
I was often teased and ridiculed for my quirky fashion sense and my intense love for music and performance. They called me strange. But deep down, I knew that this strangeness was where my power lay. As a young girl, I was captivated by art and music, playing piano by ear at 4, and writing songs by 13. But life wasn't always easy. My creativity and eccentricity were often misunderstood.
The difference between creativity and eccentricity is that creativity is about coming up with new ideas or ways of doing things, while eccentricity is about acting or thinking in ways that are outside the norm or seem a bit odd to others. You can be creative without being eccentric, but eccentricity often involves a unique or unconventional twist in how someone expresses their creativity.
But life wasn't always easy. My creativity and eccentricity were often misunderstood. And there were times when I felt like an outsider, even within my own home. After high school, I was accepted into New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. But I quickly felt restricted by academia, wanting to create rather than just study. I made the bold choice to drop out during my sophomore year to pursue music full-time. It was a scary leap, but I knew I had to follow my heart. In those early days, life was anything but glamorous. I performed in dive bars and underground clubs across New York City, often to audiences that didn't quite understand what I was trying to do. I struggled to make ends meet, but I never gave up. As the world started to take notice, I continued to face criticism and doubt. People questioned my fashion choices, my artistic vision, and even my talent. They said things like,
"Why does she have to be so weird? Can't she just be normal?"
She's too strange to ever have a lasting career.
This is just a phase. She'll never sustain this level of success.
However, behind all the glitz and glamour,
Glitz and glamour refer to the flashy, stylish, and exciting aspects of someone's public life, especially in the entertainment industry. Glitz is about sparkle, showiness, and attention-grabbing qualities, while glamour is about elegance, beauty, and charm. Together, they represent the dazzling and often idealized image of fame. So it means that beyond the shiny, perfect-looking public image, there are often deeper, more complex personal struggles or realities.
However, behind all the glitz and glamour, I was also battling personal demons. At 19, I was sexually assaulted by someone in the music industry, which resulted in a pregnancy. The trauma from that experience resulted in years of struggling with PTSD.
PTSD stands for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, a mental health condition that can develop after someone experiences a traumatic event, like violence, an accident, or abuse. It can cause intense feelings of anxiety, flashbacks, and difficulty coping with everyday life as the brain struggles to process the trauma. This means she faced ongoing emotional and psychological challenges from the trauma she experienced.
The trauma from that experience resulted in years of struggling with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I kept it hidden for a long time, but it affected every part of my life. To overcome this trauma, I channeled my pain into my music and performances. I sought therapy and used my platform to advocate for mental health and support other survivors. Through creative expression, professional help, and speaking out, I found healing and regained my strength. This journey of overcoming has defined more than just my career. It's shaped my entire life. I've learned that it's okay to be different, that it's okay to struggle, and that success is not defined by how the world sees you, but by how you see yourself.